everybody. This is my very first, I would say, official one where I'm going to talk about where I'm at. Currently, I'm at a park known as Tillie Fowler Park. It has a lot of historical significance in being a battleground. I believe in World War II, it was a Army battle camp. I have a plaque over here I will show you, and then we will go for a walk on the trail and just walk the trail. That's all it's really meant to be. Some history, some God, some trail, and leisure. So to start things off, I definitely want to say, since this is the first video, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In September of 1917, the Department of War took over a former National Guard camp at Black Point, Jacksonville, for war purposes. Additional lands were leased from private owners, and the site was named Camp Joseph E. Johnston, after the Confederate Civil War hero. In December, the camp was selected as a remount station. The Auxiliary Remount Depot 333, covering approximately 160 acres near Yukon, Florida. The depot consisted of 16 buildings, 14 stables, and had provisions for 4,000 horses and mules. The small camp quickly expanded to several square miles on either side of the US 17. Most of the barracks were built on stilts, and the ground filled in around them. Roads were built with tons of fill, then covered with sand and brick for movement of men and animals. This historic brick road trail is a carefully preserved remnant of one of those roads. 1917. There's an old photo of it. And this is the brick road that it was talking about, that the plaque was talking about. So we will see more of that on the walk. We'll be able to cross it and walk down it, all sorts of things. So let's get to it. So I guess I can talk a little bit about who I am or what I'm doing in my life. I normally don't talk to myself as much. I'm usually thinking more, but the journey that I am currently walking is getting my bachelor's degree at this school, Trinity Baptist College, here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's also where Tillie Fowler Park we're walking in right now is located, right across from the naval base. And, well, I am a commercial diver by trade. That's what I went to trade school for. Underwater welding and construction. Prior to that, I was in the Disney College program. And prior to that, I was in TBI, Texas Baptist Institute Seminary, where I almost completed the bachelor's degree I'm working on, which is why I'm finally returning to it. And the bachelor's was originally titled Greek and English Theology. It was a bachelor's of Greek and English Theology. Well, because I had to transfer to another school, I ended up getting that title changed to a Bachelor's of Science with Interdisciplinary Studies. Wildly, as I'm working at the Disney College program, I was already a recreational diver, but I was trying to figure out what I needed to do next, because the college program was only about 6 months. So, I looked into diving as a profession, and that's how I ended up realizing I'm being pointed towards nautical archaeology or missionary work. It's been a wild ride these last several years, but it's been a good one. And I've met so many different interesting characters and been on a faith journey, if you will, a regaining of faith all this time. I rededicated my life last year at a church in Orlando to God. And things have been on the up and up, because I ended up realizing that I truly wasn't saved. I believed in God all these years, but as a Christian and being raised in the faith, it felt weird to pray to Jesus. And that rededication was the realization that I needed to pray to Jesus and not just God, because according to what the Word says, no one enters into the kingdom of heaven except through Jesus, through Him. Squirrel. Alright, so we reach your first old road. Pretty cool. Imagine soldiers, men, trudging down vehicles, marching, riding horses, all sorts of stuff up and down this old brick road. Very fascinating. But anyway, I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. I worked at SeaWorld for a while, and I can easily have my career at Disney. Just have to wait for the job opportunity to arise. And in fact, there are two things I'm being considered for. Two doors that God has opened for me, which is internship with the St. Augustine Lighthouse, which is in fact the oldest nautical archaeology company. I can't remember. Facility, Institute, Nautical Archaeology Institute in the U.S. And I'm at least highly considered, or at least that's what I was led to believe as of right now, for the internship with them. An internship that is usually pursued after you get your degree from Texas A&M in nautical archaeology, or rather going for a doctorate in anthropology with studies in nautical archaeology, which is what that's what I'm wanting to pursue. It's a doctorate in anthropology with studies in nautical archaeology. That's what I would like to have one day. Whether or not that comes to pass is up to God entirely, and financial resources. Who knows what the future holds, what tomorrow will bring. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow, though, that's for sure. I've never walked this far down on this road. Usually I stick to the path. That path that I turned off of leads to a observatory. It goes and looks over this marsh area, which is really pretty. And we'll get there. This is my second video, so I'm still working things out. I don't have high tier tech or anything like that, but who needs that stuff? You know. I guess I do. Yeah, eventually I'll get that stuff, but what I have to offer in terms of entertainment and enjoyment is knowledge, biblical knowledge, useless facts, pointless facts, I guess. I do play the violin, so I want to plan and see about, because I'm not really good at editing. Shoot, I don't even know if I'm good at videoing, but I want to be able to, oh snap, there are circles around. Anyway, I want to be able to play my own, like, violin tunes to my own videos. I think that would be cool. Because what I'd like to do is have historical segments and then just long periods of silence. That's what I would like to do for this channel. And for anyone who ends up watching whatever I'm doing. That's pretty cool. So I'd assume, since the roads are on the outskirts, barracks and the houses would be where all those trees are. Everything. Believe it or not, these trees didn't used to be here. You can pretty much tell. What is it called? It's the study of rings, circles, ontology, intimate. Hydrology? No. I don't know. Anyway, pick one of these trees and we see how long ago. Because they're all roughly about the same size. If you really look at it. I mean, some of them are bigger than others. But all the trees are roughly the same size and haven't been here for too terribly long.
a college student just traveling through this world. Honestly, my pursuits, educational-wise, are just that, they're pursuits. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, well, it means God didn't intend for me to go that direction, which is fine by me. But from the violin playing to, I have a bicycle, and this park actually has a bike park that I've ridden several times, and I plan on doing several videos here, because there's even another section of trail apart from this that's really long, and it's more wooded, more in the jungle. But there's a bike park. It's really nice. Sorba Jacks is the organization that I believe voluntarily keeps the trails up to date. They come out here, they build the ramps, they do really cool things, and I've been traveling all over Jacksonville just, experiencing these trails. So that's where what I plan on doing is cycling, hiking like I'm doing now. Do you have a kayak? So, well, with luck, I can get out there and hopefully don't lose my equipment that I have. But go out there and video the rivers. And then on top of that, I'm a diver, and I'm already equipped with all those skills to be able to get underwater footage. So, the brick road keeps going on up there, and then there's like the fence that cuts it off. I believe there's an archery range that way. This direction is where the observatory is. We'll go out there and have a gander. It'll teach. I often quote movies, so if you ever can maybe guess some of my quotes and what movie they're from, like the one I just did, which is, well, I'm not going to give it away, but I can do it again. It's, have a gander, Edward Teach. So, maybe that's a challenge for whoever watches this. Comment down below on the video and just tell me what you think and, how to improve. Because improvement is always a good thing. And once you've improved, you refine. And you get better and better. So we're right next to a military base, as I mentioned. It's a naval base, and you get these aircrafts that just fly over really loud, just off in the middle of the woods, and all of a sudden loud aircrafts flying over. Deer company out in the distance. Hopefully we can get to the tower and have some time peacefully. It sounds like they're loud. A little bit more about me. I'm not actually from Florida. I'm from Texas. You could probably figure that out from the